Imagine this for a second. Every single month, without fail, you make your payments. Your rent, your car loan, your credit card bill, all paid, on time, no excuses. Because you know what happens if you don't: late fees, interest piling up, a credit score that tanks. Debt forces discipline, but saving money? Most people don't treat it the same way. Skip a month, and nothing happens: no calls, no penalties, no pressure. And that, right there, is the problem. What if you flipped the script? What if saving felt like a bill you had to pay every single month? That's the mindset shift we're talking about today. Saving like you're paying off debt. Section 1: Why this mindset works. The truth is, debt makes us disciplined because it carries consequences. Miss a payment, and you instantly feel the pain: your credit score drops, fees pile up, and you face pressure from lenders. But with saving, skip a deposit this month and nothing. No one is chasing you, no letters in the mail, no penalty fees, and because there's no urgency, saving always slides to the bottom of the list. That's why this strategy is so powerful. If you start treating your savings as mandatory, as something you owe yourself every month, then saving becomes automatic. It's no longer a choice, it's a responsibility. Section 2: Applying the debt framework to savings. Think about how debt repayment works. There's always a balance, there's a minimum payment, and there's a due date. You can apply this exact same structure to saving. Decide how much you owe your future self. Break it down into a monthly minimum payment. Then pick a due date, ideally right after payday, and make sure you pay it every single time. This simple mental shift changes everything. Suddenly, saving doesn't feel like something you'll try to do if there's money left over. It feels like a bill that must be paid no matter what. Section 3: Automation is the secret. Here's another way to think about it. Banks never rely on your memory. They don't say, "Oh, just pay when you remember." They pull money automatically. You can do the exact same thing with your savings. Set up an automatic transfer from your checking account to your savings account on payday. That way, your savings bill gets paid before you even have a chance to spend the money. Automation is powerful because it removes the need for willpower. You're not debating with yourself every month, you're just following the system. And after a few months, you won't even notice the money leaving. You'll simply adjust your lifestyle to what's left. Subscribe to Finance Unlocked for more strategies to level up your money game. Section 4: The Savings Snowball. You may have heard of the debt snowball method, where you pay off the smallest debt first and then roll that payment into the next one. You can apply the exact same principle to saving. Start small, with a target like $500 for emergencies. Once you hit that, roll your payment into the next goal, say $2,000, then $5,000. After you've built your emergency fund, you can snowball into investing, retirement savings, or even a home down payment. Each milestone builds momentum. Instead of watching a balance shrink, you get the thrill of watching it grow. And that growth becomes addictive. Section 5: Why this beats leftover saving. Most people save what's left over after spending. And let's be honest, there's almost never anything left. Life expands to consume the money you give it. But when you flip the order, saving first, spending second, something incredible happens. You guarantee progress every single month. Even if the amount is small, the consistency matters far more than the size of the deposit. Section 6: The numbers don't lie. Let's look at the numbers for a moment. Surveys show that more than half of Americans would struggle to cover a $1,000 emergency expense. At the same time, the average household spends over $1,000 every month servicing debt. That means people have the discipline to make payments, they're just not paying themselves. Now imagine if you redirected just $200 a month toward your savings bill. That's $2,400 a year. If you invested that with even a modest return, in 20 years you'd have over $100,000. That's the power of treating saving as if it were debt. Section 7, Real-Life Example. Let's see how this looks in real life. Imagine Maria earns $3,500 a month. She decides her savings bill is $300. She sets up an automatic transfer every payday. After a year, she has $3,600 saved. After 3 years, nearly $11,000. And if she invests that money at a 7% annual return, she could have more than $50,000 in 10 years, and around $150,000 in 20. That's the magic of treating saving like debt. Small, steady payments add up to life-changing results. Okay, now that you understand the mindset, let's get practical. How do you actually set this up in your life? How do you turn this "save like it's debt" philosophy into an automatic habit that keeps building, month after month? Here's the full blueprint. Step 1, decide the bill amount you owe yourself. Think of this as your personal loan to the future. Just like credit cards have minimums, you need a set number you commit to every single month. It doesn't have to be huge at first. If money is tight, start with $25 or $50. The point isn't the amount, the point is discipline. Once you prove to yourself that you can pay this bill every month, you can increase the payment over time. Pro tip: if you're used to paying off debts, pick a number that feels familiar. If you paid $250 on a car loan that's now finished, redirect that $250 into your savings bill. Your budget won't even feel the difference, but your future will. Step 2, pick your due date and make it sacred. Debt doesn't let you choose. Your bill is due on the 15th or the 30th whether you like it or not. So, set your savings due date. The best option? Payday. Why? Because when the money comes in, you pay your savings bill before anything else. This ensures it never gets lost in the chaos of everyday spending. Treat this like rent. Rent doesn't wait until you've had fun and gone shopping, it comes first. Your savings bill should too. Step 3, automate the payment. Think about how lenders keep you disciplined. They don't say, remember to pay when you feel like it. They set up auto payments, send reminders, and pull money straight from your account. You can, and should, do the same. Set up an automatic transfer from your checking account to your savings account or investment account the same day you get paid. Automation is powerful because it removes willpower from the equation. You don't get to debate whether you should save this month. It just happens. Step 4, separate your savings from temptation. If your savings sit in the same bank and are one click away, it's too easy to borrow from yourself. Open a separate savings account, preferably at a different bank, or use a high-yield online savings account. Even better, send part of your savings straight into an investment account, retirement plan, or certificate of deposit. This way, touching your savings feels like breaking the rules, just like skipping a loan payment would. Step 5, track your balance owed like a loan payoff. Here's where the fun comes in. When you pay debt, you watch the balance shrink. It feels good because you see progress. Flip it for savings, track your balance growing as if you were paying off a loan in reverse. Make a chart, use an app, or even a notebook. Every month you make a payment, update your balance. Watching that number grow creates momentum. And momentum is addictive. Step 6, impose late fees on yourself. This might sound silly, but it works. If you ever miss your savings payment, charge yourself a late fee. For example, if you miss your $200 payment, you owe an extra $20 the next month. This adds accountability. Suddenly, skipping savings hurts, just like skipping a loan payment would. Step 7, increase your payment over time. When you get a raise, when you finish paying off a debt, or when your budget eases, increase your savings bill. If you were paying $400 on a car loan and that loan is done, don't let the money disappear into lifestyle creep. Redirect it to savings. Keep the habit alive. This is how people build wealth silently. They never feel richer when debts are gone, they just swap debt payments for savings payments. And in 5, 10, 20 years, they look up and realize they're financially free. Step 8. Create milestones and celebrate. Debt companies send you, "Congratulations, you paid off your loan," letters. That feels amazing. You need to celebrate savings milestones too. When you hit $1,000, $5,000, $10,000, pause and acknowledge it. Treat yourself to something small. Recognize that you're building your future step by step. Celebration keeps you motivated for the long game. Step 9. Gamify the process. Humans love games. We love challenges, progress bars, and wins. So, gamify your savings. Use apps that show your progress with visuals. Compete with a friend or family member on who can hit their target faster. Create a savings leaderboard at home for fun. By turning savings into a game, you'll keep it exciting. Step 10. Protect your savings bill like rent or mortgage. Here's the ultimate mindset shift: your savings bill is not optional. If money gets tight, cut Netflix, cut dinners out, cut impulse spending, but never cut your savings bill. Protect it like you protect your rent or mortgage payment. Because your future self is your landlord. And you don't want to get evicted from your future freedom. Section 9. Future self as creditor. Here's the biggest mindset shift of all. When you pay debt, you're making banks rich. But when you pay your savings bill, you're making yourself rich. Every dollar you set aside is a payment toward your own freedom, your own opportunities, your own peace of mind. Your future self is the creditor. And unlike the bank, your future self rewards you with freedom, choices, and security. So here's my challenge to you. Starting with your very next paycheck, decide how much you owe yourself. Pick the due date. Automate the transfer. And never skip a payment. Because when you save as if you are paying debt, you finally flip the script. This time, you're not paying banks. You're not paying lenders. You're paying yourself. And trust me, your future self will thank you for it.